Believing you can. January 27, 2015. We often see many dear souls struggling with the difficulty to reach courageously for something they want to do. Fear can be a terrible obstacle to overcome and can leave you feeling tired and frustrated with yourself when trying to complete the most basic of tasks or quests. Have you ever felt that somewhere, somehow, something was preventing you from achieving what you want, or that you always have to have someone give you a push or nudge in order to get you to take action? Being passive can prevent you from taking your life and directing it along the course you would like to see yourself on. In order to overcome your passivity, it is essential, dear ones, to investigate the reasons why you lack the initiative, why you lack personal empowerment and encouragement, and why you may be lazy in some areas that are filled with growth and development potential. Reflect on how you currently apply yourself when you are about to do something. Are you distracted? Do you lack understanding? Is your mind clouded? Become aware of your thoughts and recognize the differences between some reasons and others. Take notice if some reasons for your inability to be more assertive has more than one reason. If you already doubt your ability before trying something, then quite possibly you lack willpower and initiative. You give up the necessity to gather inner strength to try. If you are constantly thinking your method doesn't ever work, then, my dear ones, you lack hope and faith in your own abilities. You need to remember that you have gathered so much information from previous experiences that can be accessed in your present situation that will help you move forward. Now, if you ever think you can do certain things on your own and you always need someone to point things out, then you lack personal empowerment and encouragement. You seem to only go into action when you are pushed. If you always think negatively about how an outcome will result, then you end up convincing yourself something awful will happen. It is important to know what your weaknesses are before you begin any task and not hide behind them. You can work at making any weakness a strength. Many dear souls are lazy and give up. They get to a crossroads, where there are more challenges as the task becomes more difficult, and quit. If you quit, you'll never know just what you are capable of achieving or becoming. All your outcomes, regardless if they are successful or not, are because of how you think of yourself and what you are doing through your actions and choices. Those that tend to be more passive than assertive may find their personal or professional life to be imbalanced. The passive people may use terms such as, "I'm too bored," or "this is too overwhelming," and begins believing the world at large is waiting for them to act, when the world keeps on going. It is necessary for you to comprehend that when you are going through a passive moment, you will find yourself more reactive than active, or trying to manipulate the situation instead of creatively adding to it. To live life fully is not to be achieved by being aggressive, but by becoming compassionately assertive in all your words, actions, feelings, thoughts, intentions, and choices. A person that is compassionately assertive is able to give genuine, heartfelt apologies that is healing to the one receiving it and transformative for the giver as well. The person that is coming from a place of compassion and assertiveness does not hide behind excuses, never blames, or carries guilt. They are aware and are taking responsibility for all they do. You might know people that are compassionately assertive. You yourself may have had moments which you displayed compassion and assertiveness at the same time. Such action is displayed by your ability to give and receive love unconditionally, that is mature and genuine. A dear soul that is coming from a passive place is unable to demonstrate love in a mature way. As one that is matured in their emotions, you are able to give love to those in need in just the right way. You may follow a personal creed. You give to others the way they need to be treated, with kindness and respect. When you are able to recognize what your distractions and fears are, and what has been detracting, then you can discover the culprits to your passive way of being. Some distractions may include habits, work, children, excuses, mind chatter, and anything that prevents you from applying your full concentrative effort. Your detractors are your self-sabotaging negative self-talk and thoughts that are often pessimistic and cause negative behavior. Realize, dear ones, that many times you have belittled yourself into an action that hindered your creative abilities that would have normally propelled you forward. Being willing to take the time to discover the reasons why you don't complete or do things that you know you could achieve, puts you on the road to pursuing happiness as you commit to becoming whole and fulfilling your life with compassion and assertiveness. Stop fearing living life fully. Don't worry if or when life will end. Live life now. Don't fret about your reputation. Give up the fear that you might lose yourself during your exploration and discovery that you are stronger than you thought, and learn to become comfortable speaking your truth that comes from your heart in your writing and spoken word. As you work through your fears, you will eventually come back to personal faith in yourself and in your abilities. Don't let your fears control you and your life. Take control of your fears by identifying them and working through each one. When you identify each one and are able to discuss and speak of each one without shame or guilt, then you know you are becoming the whole person you are meant to be. Remember, dear ones, this is your life, no one else's. If you want to excel and achieve, then it is up to you to make things happen. Find your strength and believe you can, then you will. And so it is. I'm Ascended Master, El Morya through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com